Stephenson King is one of the greatest political survivors in St. Lucian history. He carried the opposition United Workers' Party through its darkest hour from 1997 to 2006, became the most unexpected prime minister in history, and when his own party sidelined him, he became a senior minister in the Labour administration. His base of supporters is bigger than ever, consisting of many UWP supporters as well as just about all of Labour supporters. His political position is almost unassailable. However, at a weekend rally in Castries North, the United Workers' Party introduced their newest candidate for the upcoming general elections, Stephen Fevrier, a Castries North native and former senior advisor to the Director General of the World Trade Organization. Fevrier is set to go head-to-head with seasoned political and former Prime Minister, now independent MP, Honorable Stephenson King.
For those of you who have not yet met me, I was born right here. I grew up in Beasley and Summersdale. I spent most of my Wednesdays at the James's house, right across the road from the Leclerc playing field. We bought bread from the Henrys. We shopped at Wintrades. My sister Esther was a committed member of VBCC. So, as the saying goes, my neighbor's string is buried right here.
Fevrier reflected on his professional journey while crediting his late mother's commitment to community service as the driving force behind his career path.
Following the example of my mother, I too had the immense honor of serving this country, first as a civil servant, and subsequently as a regional diplomat and as an ambassador. Most recently, I had the distinct privilege of serving as the senior advisor to one of the most influential global leaders, a role never previously held by someone from the Eastern Caribbean. In these efforts, my country, our country, has always been a co-equal responsibility and my priority.
Confident in both his prospects and those of his party in the upcoming election, the Castries North native outlined the strategy for achieving victory.
We must do it the right way. We must do so by again earning the trust and confidence of each and every St. Lucian. For what is glory? What is glory without honor? What is winning? What is winning without integrity? What is leadership? Tell me, what is leadership without a genuine desire to serve? And this is a caution to us all. Service must never only be to party. It must never ever be only to protect the victory. It must only be focused on people. We must reach out to everyone, even those whose trust we have yet to earn. Putting food on your table, paying your bills, and meeting your commitments should never be determined by whether you support yellow, red, green, or blue.
The last election, the United Workers' Party ran a candidate against King who was political royalty. Janine Giraudy McIntyre was the daughter of UWP co-founder Henry Giraudy, but she was overwhelmed by King. The UWP is regrouping and aiming to strengthen its position, banking on the newly introduced candidate to pose a strong challenge to King. Fevrier seems to have the most impressive credentials one could ask of a candidate. However, he doesn't just have to beat the greatest survivor in the island's political history. He has to beat the political math by either taking back the UWP supporters who followed King into Labour, or he has to create a whole new base of supporters that can edge out the overwhelming force of the only independent candidate who ever brought Labours and Flubbos together. For Choice News Now, I am Direct Lionel.